All right, so this is the second intro. First intro is just sort of why take finance. This one is why take this class, besides it's the first class in finance that you sort of have to take. But if you didn't have to take it, why would you take it? Well, the second thing I'm probably most known for on campus, besides Bond Responds, is SIM. So SIM, Students in Money Management, is a class I run. It is, in fact, our 20th year this year. I didn't start it, but have run it for the majority of the time. And it is how to invest in stocks and how to invest in assets and how, why retirement accounts, retirement planning is important, et cetera. So it gets to the finance side. So finance is an art and a science, and you will see both sides of it in this class. We'll talk about why inequalities matter and behavioral finance and all of that on the art side. But on the corporate side, we'll also, on the science side, we will also do math, and we'll look at time value of money, and we'll look how to value things, et cetera, et cetera. So there's a lot going on in the class. I think week 2 is tough, so let me start by saying week 2, get through it. Get through it, we'll be fine. And week 1, pretty easy. Week 3 through 7, not too bad. Week 2 is tough. Could really have broken that up some other way maybe, but it is just, we'll get through it. We'll be fine. And I think that's the big thing. I don't care what grade you get. I hope you get A's, but I don't care. I just want you to learn this stuff. So week 2 is tough. We do the science part of week 2, but yeah, so we'll get through it. So first week, let's start, and we'll look at the nexus of contracts and why stakeholders matter, and what's changed over time. We'll probably introduce because it's not approved yet for the MBA class online, but a new class that we've just started here, Sustainable and Equitable Business Practices, Franciscan Economics. It's really a fun class. I taught it in the spring in person, and I'm lobbying to get it online as well because it is such a fun class. We'll also be doing current events. So every week I will start off with a little video talking about what current events have happened in the past week. And I encourage all of you, if you find something interesting, to share with us. Please, please, please. Let's make this as interactive as possible. So week 1 shouldn't be too bad. You'll have no problems. We'll talk about, again, stakeholders and why employees matter and why managers sometimes look out for shareholders more than others, and why shareholders are important. They're residual claimants. They get to vote. Super, super important. But in the time when this idea was developed to now, companies have gotten so much larger that many times we forget the ins and outs of dealing with people. We forget the fact that when we fire people, that's someone's life, and that really matters as well. I was thinking of it because today, one of the other jobs I have, which I don't have a shirt for, I would put it on, but I don't right now, is I also own a grocery store. So I will be able to show not only the stuff academically, but just before COVID, local business was, I should preface it, local business that my family owned was going out of business, and they decided that they were going to sell it. I decided to buy it, and yeah, it's been an adventure, but it is good. And we talk about such things like, how do you value a job? How do you value 40 people having jobs? If we talk net present value, what is the net present value of someone's job? We're in a small town, 14,000 people living only in New York. 40 jobs is pretty significant. Or the fact that someone can't get around the big store, they can't stay on their feet that long, or someone who doesn't have a car, and you have many reasons why this grocery store adds value. They don't all show up. In fact, many of them don't show up, let me say that, and accounting numbers. They don't show up in financial statements. And how do we account for those things? So those are some of the things we'll be talking about this class. Enjoy. Please, please, please stay active. I don't want the first time I hear from anyone being the day of the final or something like, oh my goodness, I can't take it today. So just be patient. I don't really care about dates that much. We will get through it. Just, if it's day 2, day 3, I can't count that high, so don't worry about it. But get your projects in, and we'll be forming groups. We have a team project as well. So it'll be fun. So enjoy.